The world of professional sports, where star power and brand loyalty intersect, is witnessing a new kind of tension, one that has been simmering for months and is now beginning to boil over. The source of this frustration is centered on the iconic sportswear giant Nike and its perceived failure to adequately promote its biggest new star, Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark. After a whirlwind college career that shattered records and a blockbuster entry into the WNBA that captivated the nation, a growing chorus of her most loyal supporters is openly questioning the brand's commitment to its investment. This isn't just a handful of disgruntled fans. It's a movement that has gained momentum on social media and has now been amplified by those closest to basketball sensation. The public outcry reached a fever pitch recently when Clark's boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey, took a direct shot at Nike for what he and many others saw as a massive marketing oversight. The moment in question was a highly anticipated preseason game that saw Clark make her long-awaited return to the state of Iowa, the very place where her legend was born. It was an event of immense significance, a homecoming for a modern-day basketball hero, and a golden opportunity for her brand partners to create a powerful, visible moment. Yet, as fans watched and celebrated the game, they noticed a lack of a promotional push from the sportswear brand that had committed a historic sum to her future. McCaffrey's public criticism appeared to be the last straw, echoing a growing sentiment that Nike has not lived up to its end of the bargain. This frustration has only been exacerbated by the actions of other brands and their athletes, creating a stark contrast that has fueled the discontent. A particular moment that went viral on social media served as a powerful illustration of what many fans feel Clark is missing out on. Steph Curry, the face of Under Armour, was seen holding a high-profile, highly visible training session with UConn star player Azzi Fudd, who is signed to his personal SC30 label. The video showed a genuine, human connection between a superstar and a rising talent, a moment that was amplified across every major social media platform. It was a clear display of a brand and an athlete working together to elevate a young talent. For many of Clark's fans, it was a moment that served as a painful reminder of what could have been. Social media platforms, the modern-day arena for public opinion, quickly became a battleground for this frustration. This is what Caitlin lost signing with Nike. One fan wrote on X, as the video of Curry and Fudd spread like wildfire, the sentiment was not just about a lost photo op. It was about a missed opportunity for genuine, athlete-driven promotion. Another fan chimed in, articulating a core belief of the disgruntled group. When a company is signing all the stars, there's no priority for the real star. Sadly, this is happening to CC. These comments reflect a perception that Nike, a corporate behemoth that signs nearly every major athlete, may be too big to give a single star the personalized attention and strategic push that a smaller or more athlete-focused brand can provide. The historical context of Clark's contract with Nike only adds to the complexity. The deal, an 8-year, $28 million commitment signed in April 2024, was immediately hailed as a landmark moment for women's basketball. At an annual value of $3.5 million, it was a record-setting endorsement for a female basketball player, a testament to her unprecedented marketability. On its surface, the deal was a win-win, a powerful validation of her talent, and a public show of support from one of the world's most powerful brands. Yet, some in the industry have quietly argued that even this record-breaking contract still falls short of her true market value. They point to the fact that her influence and viewership numbers rival those of some of the biggest male athletes in the world, whose endorsement deals dwarf hers by an exponential margin. This underlying belief that the deal was under market value creates a narrative that the lack of promotion is part of a broader undervaluation of her global stardom. The central and most frustrating point of contention for fans remains the mystery surrounding her signature shoe. Nike had confirmed nearly a year ago that a signature shoe and a personal logo for Clark were in the works. For an athlete, a signature shoe is more than just a product. It's a symbol of arrival, a permanent mark that solidifies their status as a generational icon. A year has passed since that announcement, and there's been no clear release timeline, no concrete update, and no public sign that the project is moving forward with the urgency that her star power demands. The silence from Nike on this matter is deafening and has become a source of immense frustration for a fan base that feels they are being kept in the dark. Clark herself has navigated this complex situation with an admirable level of professionalism and poise. She has remained laser-focused on her WNBA season, avoiding any public comment that could be seen as critical of her brand partner. This is a testament to her maturity and her focus on the game itself. However, the lack of clarity around her signature line is causing some to wonder if Nike is truly prioritizing her global stardom in a way that matches her cultural impact. While her agent, Erin Kane, has attempted to manage expectations by stating that there is no playbook for a deal like Clark's, she also likened her corporate faces like Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, and Simone Biles. The comparison, while flattering, only serves to highlight the dissonance between the long-term, decades-long branding strategy that Nike is famous for and the immediate, explosive nature of Clark's fame. Her fans, who have witnessed her meteoric rise firsthand, are not interested in a decades-long plan. They are interested in celebrating her unparalleled success right now, with a product and promotional campaign that reflect her current status as a cultural icon. Every month that passes without a shoe is seen as a missed opportunity, a brand failing to strike while the iron is at its hottest, and a disservice to the most electrifying player in sports. The unfolding saga of Caitlin Clark and Nike has become a compelling case study in the dramatic shift of modern sports marketing. The disconnect is a symptom of a larger issue: the clash between traditional corporate playbook and the unpredictable, fast-moving energy of a fan-driven digital culture. Legacy brands like Nike are accustomed to a methodical, long-term approach, meticulously crafting a narrative over years, even decades. But Clark's rise was not methodical. It was a firestorm that consumed the sports world in a matter of months. This unprecedented pace has placed a spotlight on the agility, or lack thereof, of a global corporation to adapt to a new era where an athlete's fame can explode overnight, demanding an immediate and equally explosive marketing response. The very public nature of the fan frustration is another key factor in this new dynamic. In the past, such concerns might have been confined to niche message boards or sports talk radio. Today, with the power of social media, every moment of perceived brand misstep is amplified instantly, creating a viral narrative that Nike cannot control. This public pressure is a direct contrast to the company's famously top-down, secretive approach to marketing. The comparison to athlete-driven brands like Steph Curry's SC30 is particularly damning because it highlights a new model of success. These ventures, often more nimble and authentic, show that a superstar can build a brand from the ground up in real time and in direct collaboration with their fans. This new path forward is a challenge to the old guard, and the way Nike responds to it will be a defining moment in their brand history. The economic argument for Clark's undervaluation adds another layer of justified frustration. While her record-breaking $28 million deal is a historic milestone for women's basketball, it's a number that doesn't fully capture her economic impact. Her ability to single-handedly drive record viewership, sell out arenas, and generate unprecedented media attention for both college basketball and the WNBA is invaluable. Industry experts have publicly stated that her signature shoe line alone could become a $150 million business. When you look at her annual $3.5 million salary from Nike in that context, it seems a meager return for the immense value she is creating. Fans feel that she is not being treated commensurate with her revolutionary impact on the sport, and a lack of a tangible product only fuels this perception of a brand that isn't fully committed to its golden goose. The symbolism of a signature shoe cannot be overstated. For an elite athlete, it is the ultimate validation, the missing crown jewel of an endorsement deal. It is a permanent marker that signifies a company's belief that an athlete's influence will stand the test of time, a symbol of a long-term legacy. The fact that Nike's official stance is that a shoe will not be ready until spring 2026, with the official logo to be unveiled in late 2025, sends a subtle yet powerful message that is in stark contrast to the urgency and excitement of her career right now. While they have released player-exclusive versions of Kobe shoes, these are not the same as a true signature line, and the ongoing wait serves as a source of immense disappointment for a fan base that is ready to buy into her brand. The agent's comment about there being no playbook for a deal like Clark's is revealing, but it can be interpreted in two ways. On one hand, it's a true statement. No women's basketball player has ever had this level of immediate global stardom. On the other hand, it can be seen as an excuse for a company that is unwilling to innovate and break from its established routines. A legacy brand like Nike might be stuck in its own history, unwilling to deviate from a long-term strategy that worked for iconic figures like Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan in a completely different media landscape. In a modern era defined by instant gratification and authenticity, a brand that prioritizes meticulous, 2-year-long product development over immediate fan engagement risks being seen as out of touch. The ball is now firmly in Nike's court. The company has a unique opportunity to not only deliver on its promises, but to also show a new generation of consumers that can adapt to the lightning-fast pace of modern sports. A transparent update on the signature shoe timeline, a high-profile marketing campaign that truly centers Clark, or a public acknowledgement of the fans' passion could go a long way in mending the relationship. Their response to this growing public pressure will be a defining moment, not just for their partnership with Caitlin Clark, but for their brand in the eyes of a new generation consumers who demand authenticity, urgency, and a genuine commitment to the athletes they idolize.